Dads do all they can to take care of their kids, but they don't always take care of themselves.
Local financial professional Brad Allen, the father of three from wealthwisconsin.com, joins us with 5 questions to ask your dad on this upcoming Father's Day.
5.
I remember the question most often from my son was, why? Why?
Right. Yes.
Why? Those aren't the questions.
No.
Right?
No, we're talking about, just talking about what's going to happen when your dad or even your mom can't handle the finances anymore. Maybe you're in a nursing home or something like that. So how do you have those conversations? That can be tough because a lot of older generations, they don't talk about money.
Yeah.
And one of the most important things you should probably talk about is a will.
Yeah. Do you have a will? Will is kind of the cornerstone of a financial plan. It says these are the people who are going to inherit the assets when something happens to me, but that's not the only thing you need. You also need a financial power of attorney, a medical power of attorney. You need to designate these people so that you have somebody that's going to make tough decisions on your behalf that you trust down the road.
So when do you have to have these conversations? I mean, you've got young kids. They're not going to bring this up right now, right?
Yeah, I'd say, as you age, you're getting into retirement maybe, or, you have your kids.
You should have the will,
older.
though,
You should have a will.
Right, in case anything
do you
happens.
need a trust maybe?
Right.
A trust is a conversation. A trust protects a little bit more than the will. Is it necessary? So you want to sit down with a financial professional, make sure it's working for you.
And I know you're not a therapist, but how do you start this conversation? Because you're talking about 2 things that make people uncomfortable: death and money.
Right.
And you're talking about, let's do that with my mom and my dad. How do I start that conversation?
I work a lot in retirement, and a lot of clients will bring their kids in with them. And it's not necessarily about how much does mom and dad have, but just developing that relationship so that if something happens to their parents, they know who to turn to ask the questions. Because it can be, I've seen it so many times, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. If you don't know where everything is, there's not a list, or maybe your dad kept everything in a safe and nobody knows the combination, all that kind of stuff is important. So putting that puzzle together with a financial professional can help.
All right, say I did that. I did that 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Should I revisit it?
Yeah, with things that happen in life, whether it's a marriage or a child being born or a divorce. I always say when the in-law becomes the outlaw, right, because of a divorce.
That's when you have that conversation.
You want to make sure that they're not a beneficiary in your account still. So whether it's a 401k or a brokerage account or any kind of account like that, update the beneficiaries on those accounts so you have the right things going to the right people.
So there are some tough questions that parents have to make or decide as well. Answers, I should say. You said you have 3 kids. When they become adults, who's going to have the power of attorney? Is it the oldest? Is it smartest?
Doesn't necessarily have to be the oldest. It could be the middle child.
But you probably see that can be a dispute in the family right now to try to answer that question.
You may know your kids, and you may know that your middle son they can't pull the plug. If you're in the
seriously,
or,
no,
do we have to go right to there?
Yeah. I mean, or maybe you have a son that's a financial advisor, and they're good with finance. So having a person that can handle those kind of things and deal with it is important.
The key point here is make a plan, get a plan.
And have a conversation.
And have a conversation.
You got it.
All right.
Thank you, Brad.
Sure.